Ah, Springfield, home of the power plant, the quickie mart, and a whole mess of lovable weirdos. And right in the middle of it all is Homer Simpson, dreaming of donuts. But what's even more mind-boggling is the show's uncanny ability to predict the future. So, buckle up because we're about to take a wild ride through 10 times. The Simpsons predicted the future. Back in 2000, who could have predicted that a certain loudmouthed businessman would become the leader of the free world? Well, the Simpsons, apparently. In the episode Bart to the Future, Lisa Simpson finds herself as president, inheriting a budget crisis from her predecessor, you guessed it, Donald Trump. The episode aired 16 years before Trump's actual election, making it one heck of a coincidence. Remember when Siegfried and Roy's act was cut short by a tiger attack? Well, The Simpsons kind of predicted that too. In a 1993 episode, Gunther and Ernst, inspired by Siegfried and Roy, suffer a similar fate. The episode aired a decade before the real incident, leaving fans wondering about the writer's foresight. Back in 1995, the internet was still a baby, and cell phones were the size of bricks. So imagine the world's surprise when The Simpsons showed characters using wristwatches to make phone calls. They predicted smartwatches way back when. In the episode Lisa's Wedding, we catch a glimpse of the future, where people are rocking these futuristic gadgets on their wrists. Fast forward to today, and smartwatches are as common as smartphones. Remember when Disney acquired 20th Century Fox? The Simpsons called it back in 1998. An episode showed a sign outside Fox Studio as a division of Walt Disney Company. That's some seriously accurate forecasting. Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show in 2017 was a spectacle for the ages, complete with dazzling lights, pyrotechnics, and a show-stopping entrance where she descended from the roof of the stadium. But here's the kicker. The Simpsons predicted it 5 years earlier. In a 2012 episode, Gaga makes a guest appearance and performs a concert in Springfield, suspended in mid-air in a manner eerily similar to her Super Bowl performance. Ah, London, the land of Big Ben and double-decker buses, and the Shard? Even London's iconic skyscraper wasn't safe from the Simpsons' predictive powers. In a 1995 episode, the London skyline features a tall, pointed building resembling the Shard, completed in 2012. The similarities in shape and location are pretty darn close. Another notch on the Simpsons' prediction belt. In a 1997 episode, Marge is seen holding a book titled Curious George and the Ebola Virus. Fast forward to 2014 and the world is gripped by a devastating Ebola outbreak. Now, I'm not saying that we're in the business of predicting global pandemics, but the timing of this one is just plain creepy. It's enough to make you wonder if there's a team of epidemiologists secretly moonlighting as Simpsons writers. Remember that shocking scene in Game of Thrones where Daenerys Targaryen's dragon lays waste to King's Landing? Well, The Simpsons did it first. Sort of. In a 2017 parody episode, a dragon unleashes fiery destruction upon a medieval village, mirroring the events of the Game of Thrones finale. The similarities in the setting, the devastation, and the sheer epicness of the scene are hard to ignore. In the world of economics, winning a Nobel Prize is kind of a big deal. So imagine the world's surprise when Bengt Holmstrom, an economist who was featured in a 2010 episode of The Simpsons, went on to win the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2016. It's enough to make you wonder if the Nobel Committee is taking cues from our writers' room. The world of soccer was rocked by a corruption scandal in 2015 when several high-ranking FIFA officials were arrested on charges of bribery and racketeering. But here's the kicker. The Simpsons predicted it a year earlier. In a 2014 episode, the show depicts a corrupt World Cup official being arrested, mirroring the real-life events that unfolded just months later. As Homer Simpson dozes on his couch, unaware of the chaos he inhabits, we ponder the Simpsons' uncanny predictions. Is it just bizarre coincidences or something more? Maybe the writers are time travelers. One thing's for sure. The Simpsons continues to amaze and creep us out with its predictions.